Hi everybody, or the people who watch. It's Ashley. I'm back, and I don't think I'm gonna be doing a poem today. Um, actually, um, just not today. And I'd like to apologize for not being on so much. I'm not. I haven't necessarily had the time. I've been through a lot lately, and I just don't know what to do anymore. But so I have a question, and I know I might get hate for this, and I just don't care anymore. But what exactly? What has changed us as a society? Like, why are we cruel to each other? You know, I mean, why do we put down others? Why do we say words that maybe we mean, but we don't make it to the point where we can help people? Most of us say words to hurt others, and I don't understand. Everyone's going around saying that the world is shit, that we're all going to hell, things like that. Why do we say that without trying to change it? If you look how society is, yes, you see the good in society, but if you pay attention, you see the bad things that happen as well. I mean, it's like we're all trapped in our own little bubble. We don't want to go out of our ways to help someone, or we don't want to change. But if we don't change, we could potentially destroy planet Earth, our actual home. I mean, if you think about it, without planet Earth, there is no us. And I don't know about you guys, but that's a scary thought. The temperatures are rising fast. And the ice in Antarctica and Greenland are melting. And they're melting at a rate. But there are still people who want to deny that global change is not, like, if you look at the facts, at everything, we are the cause of global warming. Because, yeah, I understand the sun does heat up the atmosphere, and there are natural changes, but if you look at the scientist facts, the scientific facts, instead of the government facts, which some of the government is mainly funded by the freaking, what was it, the oil freaking cells, the gasoline cells, all that, those type of cells, the people who constantly drive cars, you're basically giving money to people in the government. But if you look at it, more people nowadays drive cars than we ever have before. And this is worldwide. And so more CO2, carbon dioxide, is going into the atmosphere, and the what is it, troposphere, the lowest layer of the atmosphere, the troposphere, troposphere, something like that, is getting, the space between the troposphere and the stratosphere the space between those are increasing because the troposphere is, I guess, cooling down. If you think about it, the heat from it is dispersing and going back to Mother Earth. So, and this only happens if one of the layers of the atmosphere is heated up and the other one isn't. If you look at it, the sun couldn't have caused that. The sun would have heated up all the atmospheres, all the layers evenly. So the CO2 and all the other gas emissions that we are causing is causing the atmosphere layers to further spread apart. And it's heating up planet Earth. Our oceans, the 50% of the coral reefs are dead, are dying. They're freaking, and the ocean, the forests, they are our main oxygen supply. They are the main CO2, well, I guess they're the ones that take in the CO2 and they breathe out the oxygen that we need. And if we take away the forests like we are now, I mean, there are only 3 left, like 3 main forests left. And the oxygen in the ocean is caused by the coral reefs, and we've already killed off half of that. But if we keep on going as we are, we're going to kill not only ourselves, but our planet. Because, yeah, I understand we're no longer, the U.S. is no longer the biggest CO2 emission. It's China now, but it's still a problem. We are constantly giving out CO2 without even thinking about it. And if we were to, like, not drive our car as much, and maybe, I don't know, if you have to drive a car, at least carpool, I guess. But, like, not only that, but we could try to, like, plant more trees instead of cutting more down. Like, I understand that people need paper, things like that, but we also need oxygen. And if we keep on cutting down the trees without planting a seed in its place, sooner or later the trees are going to be gone. And the ocean, there's more carbon dioxide going into the ocean to the point where the ocean can't do its job fast enough. It's too much for planet Earth to handle. We are killing our planet. And the reason why Donald Trump and people in the office are saying otherwise is because they get most of their money from people who buy gas and gasoline and oils and fossil fuels and things like that. They get money from that. They are trying to protect their wealth, if you think about it. And I know, you guys are going to be like, this is a hoax and things like that. Do your research. If you research it up, there are natural carbon dioxide molecules, but they are heavier than the carbon dioxide molecules that are provided or put into the air by fossil fuels, by burning fossil fuels. And the scientists keep weighing, I guess, the carbon molecules in the atmosphere and things like that. And there are more of the lighter carbon dioxide molecules in the atmosphere than any of the other gases. We are killing our planet. And there are ways to stop it. You can stop it. I mean, if you stop it, it has to start somewhere. If it starts somewhere, then it'll eventually have a domino effect and travel across the world, and everyone will end up eventually not only helping our planet, but being healthier as a person. Because, it's cars, it's the factories, it's things like that, the fire, the burning down the trees, all of that. We are killing the planet. And it's ridiculous how most of us, do not see the changes. Oceans, the seas have risen in the past 2 decades more, almost double the amount than it has the past century. And I don't know about you, but that's a scary thought. What's happening now, scientists predicted to happen later. We are causing everything to happen faster than it should have. And if we keep going at it like this, if you think about it, we're going to be wiped off planet Earth if we keep going about it like this. And then that'll be the end of it. I know there are some who say, oh, we're not afraid to die and things like that, but it's not just you. It's your family, it's your freaking friends, it's everything that's gonna die if we keep going at it like this. It is our fault. Islands have been getting flooded. The houses have been getting destroyed because of it. And I think it's, I don't know, I think it's like India or something like that. Their crops are being destroyed and flooded, everything. There's being floods that we don't pay attention to because we're all trapped around in our own little bubble. We don't care anymore, but we need to. If we want to keep surviving, we need to change how we are. Yeah, I understand. Some of you don't want to be freaking active and want to take a car. Carpool. That's less less carbon dioxide going into the atmosphere if you freaking drive one car instead of 2 or 4. It's carpool with a couple friends. And for those of you who don't have cars, yay, you're not necessarily putting that much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Quit. If we do all this, we ourselves will become healthier too. Because I think it was like 60% of America is obese or overweight because of the laziness going on and the fact that people want to keep eating McDonald's every day or Wendy's or something. We are only hurting ourselves and hurting planet Earth. We need to change. We really do. We need to stop being selfish. Because that's basically what everything's going at. If you look at it, if we don't do anything to help, what better are we than Donald Trump? Because he's basically saying global warming, climate change, not even global warming, it's climate change. Because whenever the polar ice caps, and they'll block up, and countries like Europe will end up getting colder. But we're still gonna kill our planet, because the more ice that melts, the higher the sea and the ocean levels will be. And once that happens, flooding is on its way. If we don't change now, we're gonna die. We're gonna kill our planet, and we're just gonna kill ourselves. So, I mean, if you think about it, would you rather, I don't know, would you rather go through the horrors of the flood happening, or things like that, or just try to fix it now? If you think about it, if we try to fix it now and we fix it in time, we won't have to deal with it. We won't have to deal with the flooding right now. Yeah, it will freaking take some time, but I don't know. That's all up to you guys. I know I was all over the place about this, but it confuses me how some people don't see it. And if you don't believe me, do your research. And it's not freaking research. You just go to like NASA or just things like that. I mean, they have an article about like NASA climate change. Search that up and you'll find articles from NASA, the people who go up into the space. And we have satellites constantly looking down at the Earth, and there are satellites that will detect the Earth's core temperature, or not core temperature, surface temperature. We have changed our temperature on Earth. It has gotten hotter. It just confuses me how people don't see the facts. Like, the facts will be there in their face, and they'll still deny it. How can you do that? Are you just that, like, not there? Do you not want to see the truth? I understand it's a harsh truth, but in order to prevent it, we need to see it. Because if we do not start trying to fix things now, we will die. Planet Earth will die. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be next year. Shit, dude, it may not be even 5 years from now. But if we don't fix it, it's either our generation, or our kids' generation, or their kids' generation. I mean, if you don't fix it, or try to fix it now, the flooding will happen. It's just gonna be another Noah. Only, I guess, more gore-like, if you think about it. People aren't immortal. We're not perfect. Neither is our Earth. Our Earth isn't immortal either. The more fossil fuels we take out of it, that's not even that. It's the warming, it's the more damage we do to our home. Our home. The more it's going to fight back, because Mother Earth isn't just a planet. It's alive if you think about it. It will fight back. And if it has to, it will wipe us out. Because if we hurt our Mother Earth too much, if we damage our home too much, it's not going to hesitate. It's not going to hold back. because we are basically a virus at this point. We are killing our home. And if we do it for any longer, it'll wipe us out, and we will no longer be. And that's just the facts. If you want to deny it, then you can deny it. But it's not going to do you any good. It's not going to do anyone any good. And I'm done ranting. I'm so sorry. I know it was everywhere, and I know some of you guys are going to hate me after this, but it's the truth. And I think that the more people who try to put it out there, the more people will see it. Because we are off orbit. This is just the beginning of the end, people. That's all it's gonna be. But we can stop it now. But it starts with us. It starts with the people. I'll see you all next video. If there is going to be one. But if you guys have any comments, hateful or not, it doesn't matter. Just leave them in the comments down below. I will read them eventually. Questions, comments, just leave them down below. If you like this, like it. If you don't, then you can put a thumbs down. And I guess subscribe if you want. But, I mean, I don't think anyone would subscribe to this video. But, regardless, I hope everyone has a nice Memorial Day. I hope everyone will have a nice life.